Are you offering a disease?
Do you want the clap? No, I was.
You just wanted this on.
Somehow Karen,
show.
somehow Karen and I got into talking about her novels that she reads and like the way that they're like, oh, his I remember what it was. I asked her like, what do they say for like
Penis.
when he's gonna like come in her tits, or like what do they use like for vagina? What do they say?
What's their
And she
vernacular?
was like, vernacular is the best way to put it. And she says like a lot of times they'll use like her wetness or her wet center and stuff like that. So we were at Michael's,
Her heaving bosoms.
and I walked to a different aisle than Karen was in. Ooh, look at that! It's a 613 number. We'll hang up on them.
Huh.
We got that on camera. I can hang up on people on my watch.
It's my
Wonder who
wife.
it was. Right? But no. So I was in another aisle, and I was going, her ample bosoms wanted his lustful member. And I was like yelling it that loud, and Karen was coming over going, fucking shut up. And I was like, run away from her and be like, her ample bosom lusted for him. And she was like, will you shut the fuck up? 'Cause all these people are looking over at me like I might be a bit of an idiot. And it was fun. It's voicemail. No one cares about voicemail. But
Just wanted to see what my wife said.
but it was fun. So if you ever really want to annoy your wife, I'm an expert at it. So start saying things in a really funny
Not
voice.
just his wife.
And that's right, I annoy everybody, including Phil.
See, now I got to check.
You just checked if it was recording. Is it recording?
I just don't want that. There's going to be that one day, that one recording, where I'm like, I'm sure I pressed record.
Yeah, that's never happened. Scratch my wall.
You're getting a green screen.
Phil doesn't want to admit that one time. Oh no, you did put it in the video. That
Yeah, it was half a video, and the rest was audio. Thank goodness.
thank fuck for old reliable
For
here.
your great idea.
I am a great idea.
Thank goodness we got rid of this fucking thing. Okay, pig.
Here, let's see if we can hear this.
It's late.
You'll have to put in the sound effect of it like smashing apart.
Please come. Shit. Dog getting run over.
No, I have one of my kids going, ow! Yes,
It's
pig.
blatantly my voice dubbed in. Oh.
Ow!
Ow, Dad.
Ow, daddy! That's going to get us on a different website. But yes, so we watched the film Pig.
Welcome to Because Movies.
Welcome to BecausePigs.com.
It's late. It's not really late. It's just
It's late for us because we're parents.
we're 2 hours in.
And I'm very old. I'm much older than you. So I get tired fast.
How old are you? 56?
Yep. I'm 56.
56. He acts like he's 72.
No, I figure I act like I'm 13 with all the dick and fart
Depends.
jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wear depends.
Yeah. So,
Ah.
it's the bladder.
So Pig
Because movies.
for pigs. Moviesforpigs.com.
Movies for pigs.
Holy fuck, that's what it should have
no.
been, right? Moviesforpigs.com.
It goes to Because Movies.
It says Babe over and over and over again. And then one instance of Babe 2, Pig in the City.
So, one of the movies that we were going to watch didn't
Turned
end
out
up.
to be a TV show.
Yes, that's right. And we were like, F this.
Yeah. I
So-
don't like that Adrian Grenier guy. I don't like that guy at all.
I was like, how about we just do this? And he's like, nope, I would like to do this. And I'm like, sure, whatever.
What a first for me to demand something.
Yeah.
It is rare that I
fine.
demand something I want to watch.
Yeah. You're able to.
I'm very able to.
He's very demanding.
Phil, make me look bigger. Make me look skinnier when you're editing the video.
It's under the table. They don't see it.
It'll be like one of those hourglass filters where I'm like,
Like that one TikTok video that we did and I put the weird face on it.
I was like, that's supposed to be there. And I was like, my nose is fucking
That's
big
how
enough.
you really look.
And then you put a huge nose on me. Fuck, I look like a bird. When I was watching those TikTok videos, I do. I look like a bird's fucking beak of
Who
a nose.
cares?
I care. I'm very self-conscious.
I take up most of the fucking video. Who cares?
But yes.
Pig.
Pig. I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it very much. Why I enjoyed it? because everybody cares. Phil.
I was not in this movie, even though it is called Pig.
But Nick Cage was very reserved, very calm. And like the last movie I watched Nick Cage, it was like Ghost Rider, where he's fucking totally over the top. He was extremely
Still
reserved.
haven't seen it.
No, it's fine. But you're not used to
I don't want to see Nicolas Cage in a bad movie, which is all of them.
all of his movies. But he was very reserved, and I didn't expect that, and I really enjoyed it. The other thing I really liked about this movie, it was
You're not going to ask my opinion while we're on the subject?
cares. I wanted to say the second thing I liked. You've always got to get to your opinion. You know what you are? A pig.
Enthusiastic
Pig.
host
Enthusiastic pig. Oh, but yes,
in the
I like
city.
a babe.
That's what you called me on our first date.
I was like, come on, pig.
No, babe.
After our first date, I said, that'll do, pig.
It's late. What is your second point, Rob? Jesus Christ.
All right, my second point about what I liked about this movie is it has only one significant scene of violence in it, and that significant scene of violence it felt very violent when you're watching it, and there were parts, at least that I thought were going to go into violence, like when he confronts the father for the first time.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to go into a brawls out, fucking beat the shit out of each other fight, but it almost kind of teaches you there's so much, not worse, there's so much more you can get out of a bully, for lack of a better term, or someone that's someone that's vehemently, hatefully disagreeing with you or arguing with you about something. You can get much more, you can kind of destroy them, which is a mean thing to say what he does, but you can destroy someone far worse with kindness than you can with violence.
Yeah.
And I really like that about it. That was probably my favorite part about it, that when I expected violence to occur, it was a complete act of kindness that ruined other people.
When I worked at Walmart as a customer service
As
person.
a bouncer for wrestling.
No, this
Wrestling.
is just a different thing.
Walmart wrestling.
Walmart's a salesperson in electronics. I killed them with kindness all the time. Like stupid phone calls, people getting mad. Oh, you can't reserve? It's like,
I'm sorry, sir, we can't.
do you have this controller and stuff? Oh, you do? There's 2 left? Okay, I'll be right in. Oh, wait, can you reserve it for him? No, we cannot. Why not?
Dick, you
I
pig.
start getting mad. Like, yeah, good luck that controller being there when you get.
Oh, you want a PS5? I'll just reserve it.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
put it aside.
no, we were not allowed to. Anyway, killing with kindness is the best way. Like working at Dell, same thing. StarTech.
Yeah, where I am. Yeah, got
T-Mobile.
a lot of times got on the phone with people who are very pissed off, and yeah, and one thing I found is
You get mad, you lose your job.
there's that, but one thing that works for me, if you're ever in an argument with someone where you're going into not a losing battle, but you're going into it and they're already pissed off at you. One thing that I've used a lot that's worked for me every single time is that once I get on the phone and I go, hey, this is Rob with the company that I'm with, and man, I guess right now we're kind of public enemy number 1 for you, eh? Every
you
time I've started
lighthearted,
with that,
yeah.
it's always gotten that conversation to a good spot.
Yeah.
But
Even though you don't relate, if you relate,
if you have to empathize, with
yeah,
people, you
there,
really have to
that's
empathize.
perfect. Yeah,
And it's hard, and I didn't expect it to see it in this movie,
Yeah.
but I loved it when I saw it. I was like, my God, I was just really impressed. It was a movie that I didn't know what the hell to expect.
yes.
But I was very impressed with how it turned out.
I went from it going, oh great, it's gonna be one of these one-man shows with a pig.
Art house shit movies.
Yeah, La Femme Dangereuse from Paris.
La Femme Dangereuse.
Dangereux, dangerous.
La Femme Dangereuse.
Yeah, it's a good
butchering
one.
of French.
Anyway, I thought it was gonna be something. Oh, I just was hoping it wasn't too bad. And then I thought, as it was going, I thought, shit, this is probably gonna turn into one of these like fight movies, like a John Wick or like was that You Have My Daughter?
Exactly. Yeah, like Taken, that type of
Yeah.
shit. Yep. That's exactly what I was expecting.
Exactly,
as well.
which it kind of was, but wasn't. Like
It was a movie where, yeah, he was trying to track down where his pig was, but there were so many scenes that he could have become homicidally violent, and he never did. He was always kind is the wrong word, and that's why it's kind of hard to describe, but he was always very honest and truthful and kind of
just straightforward.
with the people he encountered, but never never mean.
Surprisingly, I absolutely loved this movie. Loved it.
Good.
It's a high scoring movie, and super happy that he's such a good actor in it.
Yeah. All of them are
back
really,
to
really
being
good
a great
actors, man.
actor. Like
Yep.
instead of like the phone in bullshit. Like it's like if Bruce Willis came and did a really good.
You'd be like, holy shit, that's right. I
I'd be
forgot
like,
you can
holy
act.
cow! Like you're not phoning it. You're not standing there and going. Like this movie is so good, and I'll thank you because you.
I am great.
If he wouldn't have suggested it, I would never have even given it a chance.
Yeah,
And it's so good.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of research about the movie afterwards, and the director, his goal was the movie's all about loss, and because everybody loses something in this movie, and I totally, yep. After I'm watching, I totally got that, but I loved how he was so standoffish of people. I thought that was just as an actor, Nick Cage did such a good job of never having that moment of where he gives someone a hug, or you know what I mean, where that breaks. He was to everyone he was standoffish. The only person, they have a scene in the start where it's not even a person, the only person that he shows any sort of genuine compassion for is the pig, and he's sitting there petting the pig the one time. It was great. Yeah, he did such a fucking good job in it. And I'd absolutely my favorite scene in the whole movie was that chef that comes up to him, because I'll sometimes watch like those Master Chef or Hell's Kitchen shows.
Yeah.
I'll watch like the first 3 shows,
And then you get bored of it.
Yeah. But
It becomes drama, and it's just like, come on.
fine dining, good food is great. Love good food. Clearly, look at the size of me.
Little
Love
foods.
good food, but it's the whole atmosphere that they try to have.
The hoity-toityness.
Yeah, that's not for me. And it's for some people, and that's awesome, but it is not for me. And I love the idea that Nick Cage was one of those guys and left it, and he destroys this guy when he's talking to him. And you thought it was going to be, you think you're so fucking good. I was the fucking, like, you think in your head what it's going to be.
You think you put it out there. You think that he's just going to start brawling. Like,
Yep. But he says to the guy, none of this is real. I'm not real. You're not real. Originally, you wanted to open a pub. This is all fake.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
None of these people will ever remember you. And he destroys the chef. And I loved it because he destroys him by being totally honest and kind to him. Like, go do what you want to do because none of this is real. You'll never be remembered.
And then the movie takes a big twist and becomes The Matrix 4.
And then he starts banging the
Nothing
pig.
was real.
And it turns into Zoo, except instead of a horse, it's a pig.
Oh, jeez. So,
I don't know that there's a lot of plot that we need to go through in this. It's
let's
a guy
have fun with
loses-
it. There's a lot.
Is it really? Fuck. It was not a lot really happens in the overall plot to the movie. That's what I liked about
At the beginning, I was really worried that it was going to be like really boring. Like I'm just sitting through a 2-hour movie and just like, okay. Living in a cabin deep in the Oregon. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Oregano forest. Rob, this main character.
That was always
not
fun.
that.
I always love in movies. I'm
When
sure you
they
get
say-
a lot. But
no,
whenever
how many people are Phil in a movie?
I'm not listening for Phil.
It's
I'm
not
listening
a
for Rob.
not a big.
But I do love how the guy comes up and goes, "Hey Rob," like that to him. And oh shit, so a great story. If you ever listen to the song "The Sweater Song" by Weezer,
Sweater. Oh, Weezer.
in the start of the movie, in the start of the song. So one time I was driving in my car and I had Weezer on. It was late at night, and in the start of the song, there's like it's a party that he's going to, and you hear a guy. So I'm driving my car, and you hear a guy like in the background of the music go, "Hey Rob, what's up, man?" Like that, and I was like, "What?" It freaked me the fuck out. And my boys thought that was so funny, so I showed them the song, and they heard the guy go, "Hey Rob, what's up, man?" And they were like, "Ah, that's." They just thought it was the funniest thing in the fucking world. But I love it when I
Never get it.
my name and stuff in movies.
But it depends how they say it. Do they say it with one B or two?
That's right. When they when they stumble, they go Robaba. But yeah, I liked hearing that. Hear them go, "Hey, Rob!" I was like, "Yay!"
Rob hunts for truffles with the help of his prized foraging pig.
Which is a real thing, which I thought
Yes.
is cool. Is there are pigs that can smell these truffles, which are
Pigs
huge
can
big
be
deals.
trained like dogs,
I know.
so you know. He's
I trained my pig to do some terrible shit.
they're
Take
gonna,
it, pig.
They're gonna come down and punch you.
I just got that. It took me a minute. It took me a minute to get it.
I'm gonna get punched. He's I don't mean it. He sells the truffles to Amir. Hey, Rob. It's Amir.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I was because I was watching it with subtitles, so I know his name is Amir. I'm not hearing a mirror.
He's lost his mind. He's selling it to himself.
He's just a little fake mustache on the pig. Oh, there's my friend Amir.
It's late. This is what happens when you podcast for a long time. You just lose it.
You're the one that videotapes it. Can you imagine people just listening to this shit?
Oh, I thought you were like, why don't we just have a normal conversation, Phil? It's always a podcast.
Every time we go somewhere, I got to carry this shit on my back where we're just walking down the street together.
Oh, God. We're
Phil,
done.
say it to the microphone or they won't hear it.
There's still like 3 pages.
So this movie, I'm
sa-
gonna skip ahead.
Aww.
All right, then you read your fucking plot points.
Why don't you read the plot?
I'll read them. Oh, that's just sad. Living in the cabin.
This is the
deep in
worst argument
Oregon
we've ever
forest,
had.
Rob hunts for truffles with the help of his prized foraging pig.
Yep.
He sells the truffles to Amir, a young and inexperienced supplier of luxury ingredients to
He was a good
high-end
character.
restaurants. One night, Rob is assaulted by unidentified assailants who also steal his pig. He reaches out to Amir, who helps him locate a group of impoverished drug addicts suspected by another local truffle hunter of being the culprits.
I thought one of the drug addicts was what's her face from SNL and Ghostbusters.
Not Kate. Oh fuck! I know the blonde girl. That girl.
Not what else was she in? The taller one.
The Kristen Wiig.
Yes.
Really? Eh?
I thought it should look just like her, and I was like,
I thought-
it's a little
Like
cameo that you can pay like a lot of money for.
She's
but
she's in a great movie where she's actually very serious. I believe it's called either Return to Me. I think it's called Return to Me or Because of Me. She's great in that movie.
she's a great actor.
She really is. I thought this part was again going to explode into fucking violence, where he was going to beat the shit out of these guys. Tell me where my fucking
They
pig
just
is.
fucking admit it, and it's like nothing.
Yep. And
I'm
he's
just
like, "Where's?" And because all he cares about is his fucking.
Well, he
pig,
knows
right?
and won't do anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought that was
continue on.
my first inkling that that's not how I expected that to go, and then it just kept on unfolding and unfolding.
It was interesting how the person who was running that dig site or whatever it was, the
Yep.
truffle farm, was like, you mess with blah blah blah. Okay, I'm gonna help you.
Yeah.
Did he say mess with Rob, or did she say mess with the pig?
I think it was
or-
a pig. She's like, you can't mess with these fucking pigs. It was almost like, and again, it was like, the pigs are the.
Because wasn't she competition? I expected her to
Effectively.
go.
But I
fuck
think it was
off.
because the pigs are not their bread and butter. That's a wrong way to put it. But
Yeah.
they develop a
I
relationship,
get that.
right, with these pigs.
Well, also bread and butter. Like as soon as that pig's gone, he's done.
Yeah, but I like how it was almost like once she found out that the animal is being hurt, she didn't give a shit about Rob. But once the animal was hurt,
Yeah,
that's when she.
that's
got
what I
super
got
pissed
from
off.
that.
Yeah. All right, let me read this.
And
one.
yeah, the druggies are like, I think it was a guy with hair.
A city guy with hair.
Just like great.
They claim to have given the pig to someone from downtown Portland. Rob and Amir infiltrate an underground fighting ring run by Edgar, an old acquaintance of Rob's, who provides another clue on the whereabouts of Rob's pig. This part in the middle was weird.
It
The
was
fight-
weird, but I think that I wasn't not the fight. The interaction with Edgar is weird because most people who interact with Rob who know who he is give him like tons of respect. This guy was like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
I hate your guts. And I don't know exactly where that comes from.
But that was
I feel like
great.
it's his bread and butter again, leaving, because he used to
Yeah.
fight in the.
Or like maybe he was the sous chef under Rob, and Rob was like, "Fuck this, I'm leaving," and left, and Edgar couldn't make it. Like there was so much backstory that they didn't have to explain. That gives the
Exactly.
movie a real,
It's a
kind of
open.
a real quality of this is believable because you're not always going to know everybody's backstory. You know what I mean? Which I like that, but it was the. I didn't get why the fight thing happens, but I understood why it had to be in the movie because it was that one shock of fucking violence.
I feel like it's something that happened right after her death.
Okay.
And that, like, he was, by going to these fight things where you have to just take the fight.
Yeah.
This wasn't a fight. This was like,
Yeah. How
person
long
who
you
has
can
lots of
keep
money
standing. Yeah.
gives a shit ton of money. Like, they bid, and the person with the most bid goes up against the guy that they're fighting, and he just
Pummels him.
pummels him to the ground. You can't fight back.
Yep.
I feel like he did this to beat on himself
Yeah.
after the death of his wife.
Yeah, like to feel something.
I
right?
doubt it was before that, because that wouldn't make sense to the story.
Yeah, it was, and now that he's lost his pig, that's why he's going to do it, just to get the information he needs.
Well, yeah, it's
from
for the
Edgar.
information, and I think he kind of like
Yeah,
it's the
to punish
same
himself.
thing. Yeah, he's punishing himself.
The following morning, Amir makes himself and Rob breakfast and voices his admiration for Rob as a chef. We should also point out that it was during that fight. That's when everybody finally, like Amir, finally learns that he's Robin Feld, this
This
massive
guy who has a history,
history as
a
a
big
amazing
history.
chef.
Yeah.
Amir's parents' marriage was an unhappy one, but Amir recalls his parents being at their happiest moment following a dinner at Rob's restaurant many years ago, before his mother eventually committed suicide.
This is where I clicked in, and you know how I would love when circles around.
Mm-hmm.
I was really hoping that the mother was Robin's wife,
Oh, really? Okay.
and so that when we didn't know what happened yet, but when Robin went crazy or had enough of the industry, he left, and she was left behind raising potentially a kid, which comes up
Right.
later, and she remarried, and maybe
Was
the
the
kid,
kid, right?
was
Rob's
Amir.
actual son, yeah.
like I was thinking, oh, all these things can come around. It didn't come around like that, unfortunately.
I like the way that it did.
Oh, I
come
did
around,
too,
though.
but I just felt like they could have.
I felt like it was such a. That's why I'm surprised that there's so many notes for it. It's such a simple movie. You know what I mean? It's just really a guy. It's really effectively a love story. This guy loves his pig. It's the only thing that's important to him, and he does everything he can to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Amir's parents.
Exactly.
It is later revealed that she is indeed. This is Amir's mother. Is alive in the hospital and relying on life support.
And this, I'm like, it's his
I didn't-
wife.
yeah,
It's
I
his
didn't-
wife.
I didn't expect that, but I did love how Amir's by the door going, why won't he just let you die? Why won't he just let you die? And then I
Yeah.
was like, I get. Again, as I was like, oh, it's all about like loss. It's all about, Amir wants to remember his mother, and that's why he won't go in to see her, right? He wants to remember as his mother as that happy woman
It
after their
hurts
dinner.
too much.
Yeah. Following Edgar's lead, Rob asks Amir to secure reservations for themselves at Eurydice, which is a trendy contemporary restaurant. In the meantime, Rob visits the house where he used to live with his wife Lori, whose death compelled Rob to withdraw from society.
Which is like, it was a draw. It was nice the moment that he had with
That little kid.
the kid that was there. That's when I was like, oh, maybe this is his son, his new son that he's just getting understanding now. That's, oh my God,
Oh,
this is
shit.
my son. But because of who he is and how he's acting, it wouldn't be like,
See, I
he
never
would
got
just
that.
be like,
Yeah, I never got
or
the
he
vibe.
knew.
Yeah, I never got the vibe that, because I feel like he wouldn't leave if there was a kid, but with how much love he had for the wife and had for the pig. But again,
The pig wouldn't have been a thing
yeah.
until.
Blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, at Eurydice, Rob asked to meet with its head chef, Derek, a former pasta chef at Rob's restaurant. Rob pointedly, yet empathetically, criticizes Derek for opening a contemporary restaurant rather than the pub he always wanted to run. And that's the scene where I was like, he just...
The guy was like pretending to love
Yeah.
life.
And even that actor, he has such a small part, but watching his face react to what Rob says to him was spectacular.
It definitely has says something about when you have to act happy at a job,
Yeah.
and like you're trying to talk yourself into it.
And when someone just Oh, it was great. And I saw this, I think it was on the IMDb that mentioned it. While Derek is discussing how he deconstructs the food, Rob effectively deconstructs his dream for him. And you're like, oh, fuck. And you see the guy Derek die inside as Rob's explained to him, like, no one here cares about you. No one here cares about me.
You
You're
don't
fake,
care
I'm
about
fake.
yourself.
Yeah, he just destroys him. It's fucking beautiful. Overwhelmed by the memory of his dream and the reality of his current circumstances, Derek confesses that Amir's wealthy father, Darius, was behind the theft of the pig, which he knew about after Amir informed him of the pig's existence. Rob angrily ends his partnership with Amir before going to confront Darius at his home. Darius promises him $25,000 in exchange for the pig and threatens Rob with the pig's death should he continue his pursuit. After Amir visits his mother, who is alive but in a coma, implying her suicide attempt failed, he goes to pick up Rob from Darius' house. Rob admits to Amir that he does not actually need the pig to hunt truffles, and he does say
Which
that you
was
can
a
tell.
big
Yeah, you can
thing.
tell by the trees where the truffles are going to be.
Yeah, so he's like, it's not about my job, my well-being, not well-being.
But how I survive, my
Yeah,
survival.
it's
But
I love this.
And I
pet
loved
in my
how
life.
it wasn't set in a way where it could be misconstrued into any sort of sexual connotation. Yes, hello Zelda. Speaking of
We were
animals
talking
that I
about
love.
pets that we love. Yes.
But he just says I love her. You know, like she's the other part of my life.
Another thing with that is that his wife died,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got this pig. So that was in place, like
Of his
the
wife, took the
love.
place of his wife.
Exactly. So that it meant extra. It wasn't just a pet.
Yeah.
It was something else to love in place of that. Yeah, just like you.
He then asks Amir to help him get his pig back another way. Rob retrieves a baguette from his former baker, while Amir sources special ingredients, including a bottle of wine from Rob and Laurie's personal collection, held at the mausoleum containing Laurie's body. After sneaking...
Again, I thought this was like not really her body there. Like it was just
Like
a place setting.
It was like Terminator 3 where it's like full of wine and shit.
No, but because she's in the hospital, I'm thinking it's
okay.
Amir's mother, and I was like, oh, they have they were so rich, they have a setting for both of them,
Right.
Oh, at least for her, and then she said I put a place for him as well.
yep.
So I thought that was in reference to all of
See,
that.
I
I'm just like,
I never ever thought that.
I always hope these things when I'm watching movies.
After sneaking back into Darius' house, Rob and Amir cook and serve dinner to Darius, the same dish and wine pairing that Rob prepared for Darius and his wife years earlier at the restaurant. And he says, I never forget a meal that I made, and that's how I remember that this is what you and your wife
I cry foul on this.
Why?
Seriously,
It's part of the story.
no, I get that, but it's just like seriously.
But
how many
else-
dishes do you cook?
How else
You're
could
not
they
go-
have done it,
unless you've got a savant like or that kind of thing, like with memory that you just can't stop forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way he remembers every single. Maybe it had maybe something happened during that dinner that made him remember, but there's no way he remembers every single dish he's made.
It's true, but I thought it was okay. This is to get us to the next step of the
yeah.
plot, right? Darius brought to tears over the meal, retreats to his office. When Rob asks where the pig is, Darius confesses that the junkies had hired mishandled her, resulting in her death. Rob is devastated. A remorseful Amir drives Rob back to the Skyline Tavern where he had first picked him up. Despite Amir's carelessness, Rob decides to resume his partnership with him. Returning to the forest, Rob washes his bloody face in the lake before returning to his cabin to play a tape that Laurie recorded of herself singing "I'm on Fire" to him for his birthday.
It's a good singing voice. I don't know who they got for it.
I don't know, but it was. I don't like that song. I don't like Bruce Springsteen, but I don't like that song.
I like the a cappella style
Yeah,
almost.
it made it less because it's a creepy song. In fact, when we listen to the lyrics, it's like, "Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone?" When Bruce Springsteen would sing it, I was like, "It's kind of creepy." But the way that his wife sings it, it's very it's very sweet.
It's very in that where you can take a song that basically means one thing and you can apply it to your life however you feel like it applies.
And in that scene, it was a sweet thing that his wife did for him. Right? But it
And
was
she remembers like that song reminds her of him in some way.
and he's listen to it. It was just
he just likes it when she calls him daddy.
and I did like right. Because what women doesn't like it? What women doesn't like it?
What guy
Wow.
doesn't like him?
Speaking of how good I am with grammar, what women doesn't like it?
Your vernacular.
But no, and the movie ends He doesn't get his pig back. He doesn't get a pig replacement. Like, it's just loss. It's all about fucking loss. And it was, without not sounding too criticky, it was a very good, small, simple movie.
Amir's broken at the end.
Yeah.
He just lays in his
great.
car. I almost want to see a sequel
So
because I want to see them like.
I don't. I thought this was one and done.
I feel like they're not just gonna be like a supplier and whatever. They're like they've developed a relationship.
Yep.
Though he's still cold on everyone. That's just his way.
Yep.
But I want to see them develop more like father son.
See, I don't. I like when movies end like this or stories end like this, and you're never gonna know. It's got to be in your imagination what happens forward.
I agree. We're never gonna see a pig sequel. It's just not
Pig 2.
Pig in the City. But no,
It's about when he wants to start a restaurant again in the city, and they call it Pig in the City.
he gets all his staff again,
He
and
has
they're
little
all
animals
like,
that talk to him, that ratatouille,
non-trusting.
that help him cook shit.
It's exactly this plot line for Pig in the City with humans.
Oh, and Darius pays for the place.
So
God,
we haven't been doing ratings lately, but out of 10, I gotta know like how,
for me, it was high. It's a good 8 out of 10. 10 of the 10 is reserved for me. 10 of the 10 is reserved for the spectacular
Star Wars,
but like the 2010s, 2010
Star Trek
the
Discovery.
2001 Star Trek Discovery, Picard, but no, like the 2001 The Godfather, Taxi Driver. Those are ones that just changed the way that I saw movies, right? A 9 out of 10 is like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings series.
9 out of 10 for me.
No, 8 out of
It's a
10.
big number.
But it's spectacular.
You have to see it. If you've listened to us and not seen it, you've done yourself a disservice.
Absolutely.
This
This
is
is
say
one of
this
those-
every time we do this show. Watch the thing beforehand.
But also, this is just a movie that is, you hear critics, oh, this is amazing, this is amazing. And then you hear people go, oh my God, it's great, it's great. This is a movie that actually is very, very good. You know what I mean? Like, you watch it and you're like, I feel like I have, like, not learned something, but you've experienced something watching this movie. It was wonderful.
The critic score is high. The audience score is high. It's good.
Yep.
I love it. Just
Also, you get to see a guy fuck a pig,
So far, movie of the year.
and he fucks a pig.
We'll see at the end of the year if he stops fucking the pig. No, if it's the movie of the year, but we'll see.
I don't think it will be.
Ghostbusters is coming.
I am not. Apparently, I'm
Excited.
speaking like a speaking spell.
No, but
I
you're
am
William
not-
Shatner now. I'm not.
I'm not hopeful. No, I'm. The more I see trailers and stuff for Ghostbusters,
Don't.
the more I'm not.
Stop watching trailers.
The more I'm.
It's like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a different thing because now it's a phenomenon where like it beat the Avengers big trailer
like Infinity
drop.
War Endgame type of thing.
One of them it has like the highest number of views.
Wow.
This beat it. It's the MCU's biggest trailer drop ever, and I think people were expecting a little more from the trailer. Just being
I don't know.
honest.
For me, I thought it was just enough.
But people loved it, and we talk about it in the TikTok. Go to TikTok.
Yeah.
More on that.
I'm naked.
I'm glad.
I don't know why I'm moving away from my microphone.
Super
as I
glad
say
you
this.
suggested Pig. Thank you.
Yeah. I will suggest more. Next movie I'll
No.
suggest will be
Remember,
Zoo.
remember the last movie
And-
you suggested that you didn't even watch?
I'll suggest
Oh.
Zoo, and I guarantee you'll never talk to me again.
No. Not
Why?
happening.
It's about a movie about a guy
At
that
least-
dies
at
after
least
getting fucked by a
this had
horse.
Nicolas Cage, and how can you go wrong? Ghost Rider. Go watch Snake Eyes. I like that.
I'm not watching that shit.
Snake Eyes
Fuck that.
was good.
All right, what's
Okay.
next?
Give
Give me the fucking notes. I'll read it.
Oh, you're asking what's next week?
What's next? What if next week? Get it? Man, you can tell if you watch these in the order that we record them. You can tell we progressively get more
Just
tired.
watch it in reverse order, and then we get
And
better.
really, they're like, "Oh, what kind of cocaine do those guys have in their drinks?" Because they pick up.
Next week, this is always subject card subject
Yeah,
to
subject
change. Card subject to change. Where it's like, how many times have we said we're gonna do this next week, and then when
And
one
then
of
we
them
find it's
drop
fucked
off,
up.
yeah.
So just don't believe us, is what we're trying to say. Or don't believe Phil, because he's the one that decides it all.
What if episode 5? So that's guaranteed, unless Rob forgets.
What if?
the question mark, this could get replaced, but Blood Red Sky, which is a Netflix movie I've already watched.
Yes, we'll probably
I
that
was
one's
gonna
probably available.
This one's been like on the side, just waiting to be thrown in.
Shoved in.
It's actually got good ratings, so you might like it. And Vacation Friends.
Oh, that's a John Cena one? Oh, God.
Yeah.
I have no hope for that.
It's on Hulu and in Canada, Disney Plus.
Yeah. I saw it today. I was like,
I thought that's a weird subject matter for Disney Plus, but yeah, sure.
who wouldn't want to fuck John Cena?
And then I've got us scheduled until December, the end of December.
Why did you print it all out?
Just because it was in my notes. I sent it to my wife and she printed it all, which is fine.
Typical woman doesn't listen.
Guess what's coming up? Army of Thieves.
What the fuck is that? Not the new Army of the Dead movie. Oh, God, is it really?
It's a sequel.
Oh, already the fucking movie came out this year.
It's not Army of the Dead though. It's like a weird, different heist movie. That's like.
But it came out this fucking year, and it's associated with it.
Yeah.
Holy moly!
I wouldn't be surprised if they do one like once a year,
That
even
fucking
though it's
hack
like
Snyder,
2 a year,
He can shit these terrible movies out so quickly.
and they'll sell.
Oh, that guy.
The only reason it got a sequel is how well it did.
Speaking of a movie where I'd like to see a guy get fucked by a pig, Hack Snyder. Put that into the goddamn Justice League Snyder cut.
I'll leave you on a good one, and it's coming up soon. Guess what's coming out in 4K?
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
No. Well, yeah, it will. but
There's only 2 movies coming out
Theater.
this year that I care about coming into 4K, and you're not going to want to watch either of them.
The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, I saw
in
that's coming out
4K.
4K. Yep.
So we're gonna do that.
You know what? I'm sorry. I was thinking of Criterion Collection that are coming out in 4K.
What are those?
Criterions are like master movies. The 2 that are coming out are Mulholland Drive and Citizen Kane.
I have no interest in those.
Citizen Kane is arguably the best movie ever made.
I still haven't watched Schindler's List, and I need to watch
My
it.
lord.
So, all right,
We're not going to do a goddamn review of Schindler's List because we're both going to want to kill ourselves.
almost 40 minutes in. BecauseMoviesPodcast.com. Go see us on TikTok. If we get enough likes on TikTok, we'll do live TikToks.
Ooh, live TikToks. And I'm not going to wear any
Hi.
clothes. Karen, I'm going to be nude on TikTok.
No, hopefully not. You'll be out of frame if that
My wife
happens.
just said that doesn't surprise me.
I told them multiple times, if I walk in here and you're naked, not you, him, anybody, I'm walking out.
But how likely is it that you'd walk in here and I'd be no clothes on? I'd say 50. I'd say even maybe 60-40.
He told
If it's
me
super summer
he had
time.
to shower right beforehand. So,
It's like, oh, Phil, did you arrive?
yeah.
Oh, my fucking, my towel dropped.
Oh, I dropped something.
Fuck.
They wouldn't know.
Get away, Karen. Ugh. No, that wasn't a very good shot.
Is this when I put in the sound effect?
Ow!
Oh, Daddy. It's late.
All right, yeah, because movies at podcast.com.
I should leave that whole thing in.
Yeah, what are we? Yeah, because fuck.
Welcome to our family.
Because podcastmovies.com.
Because
Because moviespodcast.com. I always fucking get it wrong.
maybe we're discovering Rob's illiteracy.
Oh, see? I'm great with
Vernaculars.
vernacular, but not literacy. See, when I'm drawing like that, that means fucking vernacular. Bye, everybody.
Is this when I clap?